Come on in and welcome to the Coastal Discovery Van. We are going to take you on a ride of discovery to learn about how the plants, animals, and little bits in between make up our Sunshine Coast ecosystem and how it all works together. We are going to talk about how the wind, weather, waves, currents, and tides, also known as coastal processes, change and influence our beaches and waterways. A process is all the steps we take along the way to get a result. Over these lessons, we will discuss the coastal processes that influence our beaches and waterways and provide information on the key natural coastal values of the region. You'll also learn about how these processes impact the world around you, from community buildings to our homes and roads, and discover how Council works to protect the coast through a variety of management tools. You can also find out about the many ecosystems that play a key role in our coastal environment, as well as the geographical features that form our coast and how they've changed over time. Welcome to Activity 1. This lesson will explore what natural coastal processes are and what we do at Council to protect our natural human-made coastal assets. But first, open your interactive Coastal Guardian passport. Here, put your name, age, school, and class, and answer the first 3 questions below. What do you think an ecosystem is made up of? What comes to mind when you hear the words erosion, dune vegetation, and waves? And why is it important to understand the natural events that happen on our coast? There are no right or wrong answers here, but you might find when we finish these lessons, you'll have a better idea of what an ecosystem is. Pause the video now and have a go at answering those questions. Great job! Now let's talk about the coastal zone. In simple terms, the coastal zone is the part of land that's influenced by marine processes. These processes can include how our beaches and shores are affected by things like waves, tides, and wind. These processes can produce some pretty interesting results, like rocky coasts, dunes, barriers, and even brand new beaches. Check out your passports and you can find a helpful diagram of the coastal zone, which shows how the process can shape and change coastlines all over our beaches here on the Sunshine Coast. Here's our friend Poppy now to explain erosion.
You may be wondering what erosion is. Well, when the wind and water naturally batter our coastlines, the soft sand and soil can fall away, leaving the hard rock. This can form all kinds of things from bays to headlands and cliffs, and these shores can even protect our land from further erosion.
There are other things that can help protect coastlines too. For example, dune vegetation can help protect our coast from erosion, flooding, and intense storms by trapping sand and making the dunes bigger. Other cool things can happen from erosion as well. For example, deposition is when waves, tides, and wind erode our coastline and the sand is suspended in water. Once the suspended sand hits a hard object, such as a rocky coast, it settles and this can create spits and beaches. Often this sand settles in areas that are not desirable for navigation, such as the mouth of the Malula River. The sand can be dredged and placed back onto beaches to help protect them from future storms. Similarly, Longshore Drift is when sand is slowly moved northwards along our coast by the conditions of the longshore current. Groins are structures used to capture this sand to form bays and beaches to protect pathways as waves break along our shore at an angle. They are placed to reduce the wave action at an angle so that they don't impact too much on the natural formation of dunes. Now, check out your activities workbook. Complete the 2 activities found on pages 4 and 5. Explain in your own words what you think coastal processes are and match the numbers 1 to 4 in the boxes with the clues with the correct coastal process. Pause the video now and complete the activities. Great job, everyone! Thanks for tuning in to this lesson of the Coastal Discovery Van. We'll see you again in lesson 2, where we'll learn about geographical coastal features. Until then, keep coasting.